Hello and welcome to our presentation on the supply chain for Starbucks. Next slide, please. So welcome to our journey through the Starbucks story, a tale that begins in 1971 in the heart of Seattle, Washington. Three friends with a passion for coffee opened the first Starbucks, not as the cafe we know it, but as what they call it, a haven for coffee lovers to buy exceptional beans and brewing equipment. And from this single storefront, the global phenomenon kind of created. It's now in over 80 countries, boasting more than 30,000 locations since they kind of expanded in 1987. Next slide, please. So the way they've kind of evolved, so as our tastes and needs have evolved, so has Starbucks. So they offer more than just coffee. Today's menu features a variety of beverages, from classic coffee such as a frappuccino, as well as a fresh food and branded merchandise. Most people potentially own a Starbucks reusable cup. Central to its mission, Starbucks is committed to sustainability and ethical sourcing, ensuring every cup makes a positive impact on the planet. And of course, they are known for their quite evolutionary ideas, such as I think they were one of the first people to certainly come up with a pumpkin spice latte, at least as an idea of a flavor. But now a bit more onto our supply chain.
Okay, so Starbucks supply chain is a multifaceted and dynamic system that plays a crucial role in its success as a global coffee house chain. The first one I'm gonna say is about the global sourcing. Starbucks is renowned for its commitment to ethically sourcing high-quality coffee beans from across the globe. And the company implements rigorous, sustainable and fair trade practices, ensuring that its coffee procurement benefits both the environment and the farmers. Starbucks works directly with coffee growers in more than 30 countries, emphasizing the importance of social responsibility and environmental stewardship in its supply chain. And next one is the operational framework. It is very vast, spanning over 60 countries with a mix of company-operated and licensed stores. This structure mix allows Starbucks to maintain high standards of product quality and service, ensuring a consistent experience for customers worldwide. And the company invests in training and development for its staff, which is pivotal in achieving operational excellence and efficiency. And next one is the brand and marketing. Rather than relying heavily on traditional advertising, Starbucks focuses on leveraging its strong brand reputation for offering premium products and excellent customer service. The company invests in creating a unique store, balanced on providing personalized service, which in turn serves as a powerful marketing tool. Social media and customer engagement strategies further amplify its brand presence and loyalty among consumers. Next one would be the financial health. Starbucks demonstrates robust financial performance underpinned by its efficient operations and detailed financial analysis. The company's strategic focus on cost management, revenue growth, and profitability indicators such as same-store sales and operating margins reflects its sound financial health. The Starbucks financial strategies ensure it has the capital to invest in growth initiatives and navigate economic fluctuations. The last part will be the technological advancements. Starbucks places a significant emphasis on innovation, particularly in technology and mobile applications, to enhance the customer experience and maintain a competitive edge. The Starbucks mobile app, including features like order ahead and reward programs, amplifies how technology can be used to engage customers, improve service efficiency, and drive sales. The company's investment in technology also expands to its supply chain operations, where advanced analytics and digital tools are used for inventory management, demand focusing, and optimized logistics.
Yes, in the next part, after this introductory words, we faced three challenges that the supply chain of Starbucks has to deal with. The first one is the sustainability aspect. Supply chains that source from emerging markets are always have a risk of disruptions if, for example, there are political problems in the source countries, and Starbucks faced high costs of implementing more sustainable technologies because it lacked control over the supply chain. So they didn't know the real sources and how the coffee came from, where the coffee came from, and how the situation was in the areas where it came from. And they also face problems with climate change. So till 2050, many areas will be no longer usable because of climate change. And Starbucks has to look for a sustainable supply of coffee to be competitive in the market, and also to be a sustainable brand. They want to promote the reuse and the recycling of cups, and ethically sourced coffee is really important to ensure the demand of customers who are becoming more aware in the latest discussion. And on the next slide, we talk about that the key is to invest in suppliers, to give them the assistance and incentives to invest in their technology, and introduce new processes that make the coffee growth more sustainable. Starbucks helped the suppliers to have reasonable returns, to be environmentally aware, and to have their workers improve their standard of life. And sustainable efforts are also directing the waste reduction, as I already told about the cups, and weather can also have a strong effect on the supply chain, as I already said about the climate change. And to face these challenges with the sustainability, on the next slide, they introduced a program, the CAFE program, in 2001. Following to pressure that came from activists, and they want to establish a sustainable supply of high quality coffee, and they gained more information about their supply chain and where the coffee comes from, and also only with this information they can increase the sustainability aspects in the supply chain and the awareness of the producers. And that's a program that Starbucks used also to make the working conditions better, and to enter this program and to be a supplier for Starbucks, you have to subscribe to this program and be active in their sustainable practices throughout the supply chain.
So about the next challenge is about the uncertainty. A key metric for Starbucks is on time is full, which means the OTIF. And the company defines as the state when everything ordered is on time and completed as ordered. This metric fell to a very low score at the apex of Starbucks supply chain issues. And Starbucks reports OTIF to be one of the single most important indicators of cumulative success. The first one is Starbucks' shortage of base ingredients and items. And the shortage of ingredients and menu items have also been one of Starbucks' supply chain problems for much of 2021 and 2022. At various locations across the country, there have been complaints from customers and employees about shortages of base ingredients for popular drinks in items like cups, lids, and even straws. For example, the coffee beans. Brazil is one of the world's largest coffee producing countries, and so the drought in this country led to decrease in the supply of coffee beans. It also affected the price of coffee and caused the price of coffee to rise sharply. And the evidence show more than 200,000 hectares of land cultivated with coffee in Brazil were hit with major damage in 2021. Between the end of June and July by 4 rounds of drought. And the second example is the coffee cups. The pandemic caused the shipping delays, which caused supply chain issues. As a result of these delays, imported cups were stuck in ports, causing a shortage. Apart from this, weather-related reasons, production delays and labor shortages in domestic paper mills were also contributing factors to the shortage of coffee cups. And the second problem is the Starbucks supply chain challenges due to the overexpansion. And the rapid growth was initially commended as a success for the company, but later resulted in stagnated sales and caused a strain on Starbucks' supply chain process. Nevertheless, over 600 underperforming stores in the United States were closed by the company to address Starbucks' supply chain problems of oversaturation. This action helped the company to streamline its operations and focus on its most profitable stores. So the next slide about the solution. What is the solution? What can Starbucks do to innovate its supply chain? To improve efficiency, Starbucks worked to innovate its supply chain and implement a robust system that was constantly reviewing the supply chain's performance. The company implemented new technology and processes to streamline its supply chain operations, also developed new products and services, such as its mobile ordering app and drive-through stores, to improve the customer experience and reduce the strain on its supply chain. Moreover, Starbucks already introduced a latest platform for improving its efficiency of the procurement system and order completeness. For example, Drive-In is a company to optimize the deliveries of its clients. To be more specific, it is a platform that excels in optimal route planning, tracking deliveries, and offering straightforward and easily implementable vehicle control. In other words, Drive-In assists companies in distributing and reducing their transport costs as well as increasing the service quality of their final clients. To sum up, innovating its supply system helped to reduce lead times and ensure Starbucks branches never ran out of ingredients or service tools again.
Okay, then the last challenge will be the competitiveness of the supply chain, and it consists of 5 parts. One is the investment in technology, and second is prices and costs, materials for all products, ethical sourcing, quality control, and some of them are similar to like the uncertainty and the sustainability. And with the high customer satisfaction, the supply chain of Starbucks is able to maintain its value, and when developing the sustainability and eliminating the uncertainty, it can also increase its competitiveness or when providing its products. And for technology part, Starbucks can try to integrate some technologies, like they can try to expose the supply chain transparency and do some analytics for the demand forecasting. And they can also use their apps to fulfill the customer's satisfaction. As for the prices and costs, it can establish a pricing structure which with a specific standard that to lead to fit the market position accurately. As for the materials, and Starbucks can ensure the relevant materials that are supplied stably with good inventory management. And with that, Starbucks will not face the difficulties when they are lack of some raw materials or some cups when they are used providing their products. As for the ethical sourcing, it is the key concern that Starbucks can reduce the waste and minimize their carbon footprints water usage, and it can also make people who are aware of the sustainability to get their products. As for the quality control, it can also ensure the consistent quality in coffee beans and other ingredients, because there are various products that Starbucks is supplying. So they need the specific standard to maintain their quality standards, because there are the diverse sourcing locations and different training process. So they can establish some training program or establish a platform or like a supply center to maintain their raw material supply. So these three challenges, we all got the different solutions, and some of them are similar. And here are our references.